It's 10 p.m. in Lake County, Florida. A deputy responds to a late-night call from a woman who says she needs to retrieve just two things from her former home: a notebook and a set of weights. But what unfolds feels more like a criminal standoff than a civil property call. According to the homeowner, the deputy pounded on the door so hard it sounded like someone was trying to break in. By the time the body cam footage picks up, the man has opened the door, clearly upset about the aggressive approach over something so minor. What makes it even more concerning is what happens next. The deputy tells the woman she can legally break in through a window anytime she wants.
Hey, so you probably know I'm here. She wants a notebook and she wants her weight set.
Weight set?
Yeah, she said some workout stuff maybe in the garage. Is there any reason she can't get those tonight?
I was pretty sure she picked those up before. I've already picked up your weights. What weights are you talking about?
The 10s, the 12s, the 15s.
The only ones they were inside that room here, and I did not see them. You took those.
I did not.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
I mean, legally y'all both still have access to the home until she's evicted or you got a court order where
But
she can't be here.
she's been out for a year and a half. She's not released.
I'm familiar with the situation, but I'm not going to dispute anything. If there's an item that y'all want to dispute over, if you want to willingly let her come in and get what she wants to look at, that way we can just keep
10
the
o'clock
peace
at
and be
night,
done.
we're showing up to come
Well, it took me
rummage
a
through
while
the
to get here. I
house.
think she was here earlier than 10 o'clock, but anyway, I'm just trying to keep the peace, let her get her belongings, and be on her way.
Well, so she has the right to just come in here at 10
Technically, she could just break a window and come into the house. She still legally
She
has
could
residency here.
Oh, she doesn't have a legal residence here.
Okay.
Well,
That's up to y'all to dispute in court, but
I would dispute that in court.
Alright.
If that's what you want to do, we'll just take that to court.
well, she doesn't want to do anything. That's what I'm telling you. She just wants to get
I
that
understand, but
notebook.
she can't come in this late at night. She's told me I can't even come to her house without calling.
Okay.
She shows up with you. She does not have legal residence to this house. She's been out for a year and a half. She has her own residence, but she's not on the lease.
I don't want to get into all that. All I'm asking you is if she can get her notebook and get whatever the weights are.
I don't
from the
have a
garage.
notebook, and I don't know what weight she's talking about. And I'm not letting you rummage through the house at 10:30 at night. That's ridiculous. I'm not doing that. I know my rights. She is not on the lease. She's been out since June of 2023. You're going to tell me she can break? You just told me, as an officer, that I'd like to get my camera and record. You got body camera?
It's on body camera, yes.
I know, but getting a hold of that's
Yes,
not
sir.
easy, right? So,
I'm not trying to get into it.
well, I know, but you just told me that she can break a window and
She has
come
legal
into the house.
residency here.
She
I don't
doesn't
know
have
what
legal-
y'all's conditions are or any of that.
But how do you know she has legal residence here?
Because she lives here. This is
She does
still
not
her
live
address.
here.
Are y'all divorced?
No, but
Is there a court
so
order
do
that
I
says that
have,
she can't be here?
So can I go to her house whenever I want?
No, that's not her house. That's not your house. That's her house. This is y'all's house together.
This house is not in
I don't
her
know
name.
y'all's conditions, sir. I'm
Then
asking
how are
for
you
a
saying
notebook.
it?
Why are you trying to argue with me? I'm asking you to let her get her notebook and her weights. If you're not going to do that, then fine.
You don't have to yell at me.
You don't have
that's
to.
unprofessional. What's your name and badge number?
It's Douglas,
Let me get my phone.
2516.
I'm gonna
Okay,
record
get your
this.
phone.
I'm going to record this. She's not allowed to.
Okay, he said you're not allowed in. You'll have to get a court order. All right.
You see what I have to do it?
So anyway, did you move out a year and a half ago?
I moved out. We have been trying to work things out.
Okay, so you're Officer Douglas. Badge
Yes, sir.
number, please.
I already
Can you
told you
get
my
a
badge
supervisor
number.
here?
I already told you my badge number.
What is it?
I told you 2516.
Be professional. Okay. Be professional.
Are you gonna let her in? Yes.
No,
or no?
I'm not.
Okay, we're done then.
Thank you.
You still want that
I want a
supervisor?
supervisor. Yeah, I'd
Okay.
like one because you just told me she's allowed to break in this house. You've also said-
2516, 2301.
How can you determine that? How can you determine that?
The 1012 here at the residence is requesting a supervisor.
Is that what's going on?
No, sir.
Well, then why are you acting like that?
Never
You're,
met her
you're
a day in
making
my life.
assumptions, and that's not really fair.
Supervisor's on the way. You can talk to him when he gets here.
Wonderful. What's his name? Officially, while you're here, you said she wanted to get a notebook and weights, and that's why you come banging on a door like there's an emergency at 10 o'clock
You just
at night.
answered. You just answered it again.
But let me ask you that. So you think that if someone showed up at your house at 10 o'clock at night, banging on your door like that,
When
how
somebody
would you
calls
feel?
the sheriff's office and asks us to go to a location, we go.
And you bang on the door like that, like someone's like there's a dire emergency?
I knock on the door. Yes, sir.
You didn't knock on the door. You pounded on it. You don't think you did?
I don't.
You know you did.
Okay.
You know you did. That's a shame. It's a shame. That's a shame. Then you're gonna start talking legal stuff. You don't even know. You literally think you just told me. So how am I supposed to feel safe now? You just told her that it's okay for her to break in the home that she hasn't lived in almost 2 years. Is that
Is that what I told you?
Are you protecting the community right now? Should I feel safe?
No, I'm sitting here because you want a supervisor, so I'm waiting for a
Well,
supervisor.
so we can't talk? You don't want to tell me what
I'll-
your thoughts are on that?
I'll talk to you.
Those were your words. You said to her, you told me, which gave her permission, you said she could break a window and could gain entry to this home and everything would be just
Are y'all
fine.
legally married?
What's that?
Are y'all legally married?
Yeah, we're going through a divorce, separated, and she hasn't lived here
Okay.
in almost 2 years.
Okay.
So you're saying she could break in? You're saying that? Would you like to admit that?
You can talk to my
Why don't
supervisor.
you
sir.
admit it on camera for me?
You can talk to my supervisor.
Well, you
He'll be
said
out
it.
here. Okay.
If you said it, you should be able to back yourself up on that.
Okay.
You can't? I mean, straightforward, man to man. You said she can break in this home and it's okay. You said that, right?
Yep.
And are you going to stick to that?
You can talk to my supervisor. Sir.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd answer that.
Okay.
I didn't think you would. Because you know that's not right.
Okay.
You know that's not right. At 10 o'clock at night, he's here with my wife who lives at a different residence and says she wants a notebook and a couple of weights. At 10 o'clock at night, banging on my door and acting like there's a dire emergency. And I'm just wondering, is that proper protocol to do that to a member of the public who at 10 o'clock at night, I'm trying to rest? This man, is that proper protocol to retrieve a notebook? Is it?
Somebody called us, sir, so we just came out for the call.
And what was the call?
Obviously, that's why we're here. We
Oh, you don't know what's happened with this? Okay.
I read the call and he filled me in a little.
Then what's the call? What was the call?
You know. I
No,
told
no.
you.
Why don't you?
You
why
answered
don't
it multiple
you
times.
Give it to me.
What was it for?
You're the
Notebook and
officer.
weights. You said it multiple
You
times.
are the
Notebooks
officer
and
who
weights.
attended
You
this
are
call.
legally
So
married.
what is
She
it?
came to the residence to give more of her belongings.
She came at 10 o'clock at
That's when
night.
she came. Yes,
At
sir.
10 o'clock
Yeah,
at night.
Believe it. I'll do it at 2 a.m. too.
Now let me ask you this, and because you said he'll answer this.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't lived here in almost 2 years. I'm on a month-to-month lease now. She hasn't re-signed anything. She has her own place over in downtown Claremont. She resides there. She has not paid one dime towards anything here. He said this in front of her. He said, if she wants to break a window and gain entry to this home, that's legally fine.
Are you
Now,
guys
how am I
still-
supposed to feel about that?
Are you still legally married?
We are married.
So that's the problem. And
But
absolutely.
this is not marital property,
It-
though.
it
This is
doesn't
a
matter.
rental.
You guys are legally
So she can
married.
gain entry. So can I do that to her
What-
place?
Let me ask you something. If you guys been separated for a year, are you in the process
Over.
of divorce?
Yes,
or
yeah. There's divorce papers and everything. Mediation coming up
Did
in
that
a
just
few
start, or
weeks.
has it been going on?
It's been going on.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
So that's the biggest thing, and that's nothing to do with us. That's the state of Florida.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right. But he's telling me she can break property that she doesn't reside at, doesn't pay any bills just because she's my wife. Does not mean she can do that. So can I do that to her place? Can I?
You've never
Why
lived
don't you
there.
answer?
Have you ever lived
well,
there?
I mean, you're saying you can't, but he already said she
listen,
could. So why can't he say if I can or not?
You want
Have
her
you
to
ever lived
speak
there?
to me?
Okay,
So
you're right.
let's talk.
Right.
So
I'm just a little perturbed. He showed up and I mean, he was pounding on the door. Is that professional? I thought someone was breaking in my house. And I don't know, is that the training that they get for a notebook? Hey, if someone wants to go retrieve their belongings at 10 o'clock at night and they haven't lived in a place for 2 years, let's go over
I
there
told
and
him
pound
to
on the
do that.
door. That sounds like someone was trying to harass you. That sounds like someone was trying to get a rise out of you. Because no, no, nobody called. No, she didn't call. He didn't call. He came to the door and pounded on it. And the second time was louder. The door was going back and forth. That was ridiculous, and you know it. And then he's at 10 o'clock at night.
Who's traffic?
Okay.
Just open something
I know.
else.
Well, it seemed like I was getting picked on. I mean, you got to think about it. There wasn't a knock. Mr. Polito, are you there? It was boom, 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 like I'm some kind of criminal. You treated me like a criminal. You did. You know her? You buddies? Probably works out. I can see First Amendment rights. I can speak right now. Y'all are at my place harassing me. I know, you're right. I'm sorry. You've been professional. I'm just a little stirred up, as you can probably imagine.
I'll talk to him once we roll out of here. Find out what that's why we got to
I know. I can't wait to get the recording about it. I can't wait to hear you say what you said. You won't repeat it. Yeah, I want one of you. You said he'll answer this. Can I go to her house right now?
I'm not going to do that.
Well, you both just said
I can
since we're
answer it. You
married
never lived there.
that she can do that to my house. So I'm just where's the
She lived here.
years ago?
That's
Okay, I lived at 4208 Foxtown Drive a few years ago. Can I go break into that place? That doesn't make sense,
I
man.
get it.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're married, so
She lived here. You got married.
I've lived at her place part of the time. I didn't think y'all would, because y'all know that's not right. You can't. Why would you tell someone they can break into a home, and that's okay? Give them permission to. How am I supposed to sleep okay at night? How am I supposed to feel safe? Would you feel safe if somebody told someone you know that they can break into your home?
That's why we trying to come out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he instigated.
Okay.
And then when I came out to talk to her, he goes, "Well, we're not doing that." He's guarding her.
If she got stuff.
What was that?
If she got stuff.
What stuff? But at 10 o'clock, I'm obligated to let her rummage through a house she hasn't lived in 2 years. She stopped by to pick up my kids. She didn't say anything about weights, by the way.
So what else does she have?
I don't know, probably hardly anything. A box or two. She's been gone for almost 2 years. She moved out and took all kinds of stuff. So, like I'm a storage facility? I don't think so. That's not how this works. But I'm really disappointed. I'm disappointed. I've had a lot of great interactions with Lake County because y'all have been out here due to her boyfriend. My wife has a boyfriend who has been harassing me over and over again. That's probably where this comes from. Over and over. He's an EMT firefighter for a different county. So, interesting. Do you know him? I'm just curious because he guarded her. She's in her van here. My kids aren't with her. Someone's watching them, and I go to find out who's watching my kids. And he goes, "Oh, we're not doing this."
I'm not allowing you to
Why
have a
were you
verbal
doing that?
altercation on a public street.
What altercation was it? What altercation? I'm asking my wife where my kids are, man. Would you? Would you think it's unreasonable for me to stand in front of my home that you came and started pounding on the door at 10 o'clock at night like somebody was dying? And I'm asking my wife, where are my children? You're going to tell me that's an altercation? Man, what's wrong with you? That's not professional. You're not serving the public. And then he tells her she can break in, man. I'm gonna escalate this higher. Can I get a complaint form on him?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm gonna file a complaint form like in the body cam. I would like all of it. I would like everything. I'll be there tomorrow morning. I'd like everything. Yes.
All right. I'll get you the.
I'm sorry that I've been this way with you.
Well,
You've been
obviously,
great.
We're trying to.
But I'm fired up. I mean,
So-
I'm resting. I'm about to fall asleep. And it sounds like someone's breaking in my house. That was you know it. Why don't you admit it? Were you banging on the door?
I knocked on your door.
You not?
Say.
Okay, so it's going to be on body cam footage, and it's going to be on this footage too.
He's going to get
That's a shame because that's making Lake County look bad.
This isn't a joke, it's caught on camera. The footage raises serious questions about professionalism, the limits of law enforcement discretion in civil disputes, and whether any of this was truly necessary. What do you think? Was this deputy doing his job, or did he go too far for a late-night property retrieval?